guys, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing a highly requested one. It is my best of beauty of 2018. So a lot of you guys have been requesting it, which made me really want to do it. However, the whole idea of narrowing down to just my very favorite products was a little daunting to me, because as I was going through my makeup collection, I realized there has been a lot of products that I've tried this year that I really did love. However, I decided to narrow it down just to one product for each makeup category. That way I can really talk about why I love each of these products, and that way you can really see what my number one products are, what I really do think is the best of the best. These products you need to go try, just my very most highest recommendations. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you want more type of favorite makeup videos, that type of thing. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe before you go. I would love to have you as a part of the family, and I have a lot of fun content coming up for 2019, and I would love for you guys to stay around. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So my primer recommendation is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. This product retails for $38, which is a little bit more for a primer. However, this primer is just my all-in-one. I feel like it does so many different things. So not only does it blur my pores, which is obviously very important to me, especially when I'm wearing a full coverage foundation, it also helps to smooth my skin and kind of soothe it a little bit too, giving it a little bit of moisture and hydration, which is really important because I do have dry skin, and that is a major concern for me, especially in the winter and fall months. Then also, it helps bring luminosity to the skin. It really helps have a radiant effect to your skin, even when you're wearing a very full coverage foundation. Like today, I'm wearing a very full coverage foundation, and I am wearing this primer, and you can really see how luminous my skin still looks. It's kind of a glow from within look. I really like the effects that this primer has. Even though it is a little more pricey, it really does so many different things. So instead of using, a blurring primer, a luminizing primer, all these different things, I feel like this really does it all for just one product. My foundation recommendation is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This product retails for $47, and in it you get 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard for most foundations. However, a little bit of this goes such a long way. I feel like all I have to use is 2 pea-sized pumps pretty much anytime I use this, and it'll give me the coverage I want. It gives a super full coverage effect. I mean, it'll cover blemishes, any discoloration you have. You really don't have to use concealer with it. However, I'm extra and I do, but it's really not a necessity when using this product. However, I will say it does give a more natural effect while still being very full coverage, which I love. It's basically the main reason this is my go-to, because so many foundations that are full coverage, they just give this really matte and kind of, I don't know, unrealistic kind of look to the face. And this one doesn't, because it does let a little bit of oil seep through, which I enjoy because I do have dry skin, and if that doesn't happen, I just look super dry and cakey. So I do enjoy that, and that is why I feel like this is a natural full coverage foundation, and I love it. However, if you do have oily skin, this may be something to kind of steer clear of, because if you are letting a lot of oil seep through, you already have oily skin, it just might break up on your skin and not be the best. But for me and anyone with normal to dry skin, you will really love this product. So the next product is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Here's what it looks like. This product retails for $27, and this is my holy grail concealer for underneath the eyes. I feel like this concealer is not only super full coverage, but it doesn't crease, especially if you set it with a really nice powder, which I'll mention a really good recommendation later. But this concealer is just my number one. I feel like it doesn't just cover up fine lines, it helps cover up any discoloration. I have mine in the shade Fair Neutral because I like to have a concealer for my under eyes that is like a shade or two lighter than me. That way it'll just brighten up the under eyes with a lighter shade. This concealer, I can't say enough good things about it. I just love it. I've talked about it in a lot of different videos. I know that this is a very hyped up concealer. However, I really do think it's worth the hype, and I would recommend it to you guys. So my bronzer recommendation is not only my favorite bronzer available at the drugstore, it's my favorite bronzer I've ever tried. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. This product retails for $15 on Ulta's website. However, I have seen it, $8 actually, and then I purchased mine for $12 at my local drugstore, so it really just depends where you get it. I'll show you what mine looks like, but warning, it is very well loved. Here's what it looks like. And this is again in the shade Light Bronze. However, they do have 3 other shades. And typically I think I could probably be in their shade like Bronze, which is like their medium shade, I guess. But I like having a lighter bronzer because that way I can really build it up. This is a very buildable bronzer. I'll show you what just the swatch of it looks like on my hand. And then that way you can see, like, you can really just build this product up. Like, that's just one little swipe of it. However, I really like that because when I initially bought this, it was the summertime. And then that way I could really go in with a heavier hand and just build it up on my skin. However, now I really like that I have a lighter shade because in the winter, I don't need as much of a tan or, that look. So it kind of just gives me a little bit of a little bit of color without looking like I'm wearing like a fake tan, which I really do enjoy. One thing I will mention is this does have kind of a coconut tropical scent, so if you do have sensitive skin, that could be an irritant to you, but I know that Physicians Formula, you know, their ingredients are typically good. So I don't know if it will, but I just wanted to mention that. And also, if you're sensitive to smells, you may not, you know, love this product because of the scent. So I wanted to mention that as well. And if there's any way you can smell it before purchasing it, I know you can't in like Ulta, because like their drugstore products don't have testers, or the same thing in most drugstores. However, if you can smell it, I'd recommend it. Also, I just wanted to mention this as well. You do get a mirror on like the bottom, like this little compartment, and you get a brush, which I don't really use. Like you can see, like I've never used it, but I wanted to mention it just in case you guys are interested in that. So my powder recommendation is also from the drugstore. It is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Fair Light. Again, they have a lot of different shades, so this is just mine in case you have a similar skin tone to me. However, this powder is just my go-to recently. I love it for baking underneath the eyes or just setting underneath the eyes, but I also really like it for a little bit of extra coverage, covering like blemishes or anything. Like I have a blemish right here, and this is like the perfect way to cover it. I put on my concealer, my like ColourPop concealer, which is what I use to cover most of my blemishes, and then I've been putting this on top of it because this does have a little bit of coverage to it, which I really like. It just kind of helps that extra layer and make sure that that concealer doesn't go anywhere so that blemish doesn't show through. I'll show you, this is a little, like I'm trying to show you my best, but this is, you know, a lot of product, and it does, like, it is a little messy, but for me, I'm really okay with that because this is such an affordable powder, and it really is better than any of the other powders I've tried at Sephora, at Ulta, or anywhere. This is my #1. You know, I do have a lot of setting powders that I like. This just kind of won by a landslide, so I will mention a video that I have. It's called, like, Top Favorite Setting Powders, so if you're interested in finding a setting powder that'll work for you, I will have that video linked down below and in the cards up there so that you can check it out if you're interested in hearing more of my setting powder recommendations, because while I do love this one so much, it is my #1. If you want to see other recommendations, I'll have that there. So my blush recommendation is the Benefit Rockateur Box Blush. This product retails for $30. And this has been one of my favorite blushes forever. I am obsessed with this one. I first off love the way this blush smells. It has this very light, you know, floral scent right when you open it up. It's so nice. And you can see this is a very well-loved product. But you guys, it's just amazing. I love the formula on it. It's very buildable and also blendable at that. I mean, it really is nice. Like, if you feel like you put too much on, that's okay, because then you can just kind of shear it out with your brush and you'll be good to go. But I have a swatch of it on my hand. It's just kind of this rosy, very, very light shimmer blush. You don't have any sparkle in it, which is very nice. And also, it just kind of has this satin effect. It really just looks nice on the skin and nothing too, you know, unnatural. It's one of my favorite blushes I've ever tried, but this year I've been using it non-stop. I feel like it's a good year-round blush too. However, I will say they did recently take this off Sephora's website and off Sephora stores, and like my local store and like online, and that makes me kind of nervous because, like, you guys, this is my favorite blush, so if they're taking it away, I'll definitely have to stock up. So fingers crossed they have it. It's still on Ulta's website, and that's what I'll have linked down below. So my highlighter recommendation is the Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Highlight 01, and this product retails for $42. You guys, this highlighter is just, I can't say enough good things about it. This is their highlighter. So my highlighter recommendation is the Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight 01. So that's what it looks like. This product retails for $42. This is just the most amazing subtle highlight you will find. You can see it's just kind of a baked powder, but it is so smooth, you guys. I don't feel like it emphasizes any fine lines, any pores, anything like that. I feel like it's just a very subtle highlight. And if you're like me, you're not necessarily looking for a highlight that is going to just strobe and you're going to be able to see it from the moon. Just something subtle that'll give a little bit of glow to your skin. So here's what it looks like. You can just see it has the most subtle radiance to it. It's kind of like a white gold shade. It's that one right there. I just think it's absolutely beautiful and perfect for every day. So now I have an eyelash primer, and I was debating on mentioning it or not just because, I don't know, it's not really a makeup category. However, this has been just a #1 product for me. This is the Benefit Their Real Tinted Primer in the shade Mink Brown. That's what it looks like, and I know this is pretty expensive for a lash primer. However, this has done it for me. I feel like whenever I wear this underneath my mascara, it just makes them instantly longer. It's a really nice way to kind of set your lashes, kind of put them where you want them, and then put the mascara on top to like do its effects, whether you like a lengthening mascara or whether you like a volumizing or one that does both. And I feel like it's a really nice mascara to just set everything in place, have a base for that mascara. That way your lashes aren't going to get clumpy and they're going to be where you want them to be. So I really like this for that. I've been using it a lot recently. It's just been one of my go-tos. So my liner recommendation is the Lancome Precision Point Art Liner. That's what it looks like. This product retails for $30.50, which is very pricey, but you guys, it is so worth it to me because not only is this a black as can be liner, not only is this not going to smudge or it's not watery, it does an amazing job at just making your liner easy to do. I don't know about you guys, but liner is something I kind of dread. Like, it's not impossible for me or anything, but it's definitely something I don't love to do. And this just makes it so easy. Whether you're doing a wing liner or a cat eye or whether you're just doing like top liner, it just makes it so easy and it just kind of glides on your lid. It makes liner so easy, and that is why I love this product so much. So now another Lancome, kind of more expensive recommendation, but it's just the best. This is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. This product retails for $27.50, and this is in the shade Excessive Black. I mean, they have like black and brown, but this mascara, if you want something that is going to make your lashes just super dramatic, volumized, curled, lengthened, this does it all. And I'm not even kidding you guys, this does not flake, it does not smudge, it does everything I need a mascara to do. And I mean, it's just my go-to. When I'm going for that super dramatic mascara, I am obsessed with this. I've been using this all the time. It's what I have on right now. I just like it because it's a way to really give volume and just make your lashes look super big and voluminous without, you know, wearing fake lashes, which I don't like to wear every day. And so this is just a really good alternative to that, which I've been loving lately. So I did a review on this palette when it first released, and I really thought I was going to like it. However, I did not think I was going to love it as much as I did. This is the Sephora New Nudes Pro Palette. This product retails for $68, which is more expensive for, you know, a palette. However, you get, I believe, 28 different shades. This is what it looks like. And you guys, this has just been the perfect way for me to dabble into color. I feel like, of course, I'm wearing a neutral look today, but I feel like this product has really allowed me to go into color because, of course, you have a lot of neutrals, which was a reason to buy this product because then I could wear them all the time, but it also has a lot of fun shades. I mean, you have this really bright magenta color, you have this orange shade, which is not a typical orange for me. It just has so many bright colors that I was able to dabble into. In addition to having the colors that I already love, it was just a great mixture in between. I love warm tones. It was perfect for fall. I believe it'll be perfect for spring and summer. I so look forward to creating more looks with this product, and I'm always inspired with it, which really is important when you're picking out an eyeshadow palette. And the formula on these is great. I love the mattes. I love the shimmers. However, I will mention with the shimmers and glitters, you do have to, I mean, typically go in with your fingers. So if you have fake nails, that could be kind of difficult. But really, it's super easy. I just press them on. And you guys, I just love the turnout of these pigmented shades. I just think they work so good. I can't speak for the other palettes from this line because I haven't tried them. But this one is just amazing. It's been my #1 palette this year. So my lipstick recommendation is the COVERGIRL Katy Kat Matte Lipstick in the shade Sphinx, which is basically just a really pretty pink mauve shade, and it is matte as I can be. And typically, I don't love matte lipsticks, but this one, there's something about it. It's not too drying. It's pretty comfortable. It's not the most comfortable lipstick in the world, but the pigmentation is so worth it. The wear time is so worth it. I love wearing this product on its own. I love wearing it with a gloss. I feel like there are so many different ways to wear it, and it works for a lot of seasons. I just have been wearing it a lot lately, and it's really just been one of my favorites. So I really wanted to recommend it to you guys because there hasn't been a lipstick I've tried this year that I've liked more than this one. You guys know I love lip gloss. It is what I'm wearing pretty much every single time you see me in my videos. I always have some sort of lip gloss on, so of course I had to recommend one. This has been my favorite this year. This is the NARS lip gloss in the shade Ophelia, and I love all of the lip glosses I've tried from NARS. I think the formula on them is incredible. I feel like it's not too pigmented, but it's pigmented enough to where you can see the color, but it also is like just a very, I don't want to say like creamy because I don't want to get the wrong like idea to you guys, but it's just a creamy without being sticky formula, and it's pretty long wearing, and when it comes off, it doesn't leave a trace. Like it was either, you know, there or it's not anymore, which I really do like because with a lot of lip glosses, they leave a really awkward residue. So here's what it looks like. You can see it's just a shimmering cool tone rose that I love and I think works for a lot of different seasons, which is important to me, but I just love it for whether I'm wearing it on its own or whether I'm topping it over a lipstick or something. I just feel like it is the perfect gloss. Alright guys, so that concludes today's video. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that maybe you found some products you want to try out in 2019. Please let me know down below in the comment section what your favorite products are, because I would love to hear what you were loving this year and so that I can try it for myself. Also, if you are new here, please make sure to subscribe before you go. I would love to have you as a part of the family. I have a lot of fun content coming up in 2019. Like, it's hard for me to figure out like what I should post first, but if you guys have any recommendations of what you want to see soon, comment those down below. I would love to hear from you guys. You guys know I'm all about your input. Also, if you want to check out my social medias and contact me there, I'll have those in the description box down below with links as well. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video. I know there are a lot of these videos coming out, so you guys watching mine among all the other Best of Beauty videos really does mean a lot to me that you guys like want to hear my input. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you guys have a great couple of days until I post my next one, and I will see you then. Bye!